As a new coach at Alfred University this season, what was your philosophy coming in?
We really wanted them to look at the season and being part of the team and just our program in a different way. I wanted us to be a little more committed. I wanted us to have a little more drive and dedication and, you know, do things in a way that I thought was a little more appropriate, but I also really wanted them to have a good experience. I didn't want the season to drag on. I didn't want us to kind of get to a point where everyone hits the wall and says, oh, I wish it was over, even though we still got more games and things like that. So, you know, which is challenging. We're still 2 weeks away from the end of the season, and we're still plugging along. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, but I think, you know, I feel fairly confident that we're at least enjoying being together and enjoying the game and looking at things a little differently than, you know, maybe in the last couple seasons.
Sammy Jo Shear has over 1,000 minutes in the goal and 108 saves. How vital has she been to the team up to this point?
She is our rock. She is our backbone. She is our foundation. She's awesome. I think she's the best goalkeeper in the conference. One of the best goalkeepers I have ever worked with, ever had the pleasure of coaching. Sammy Jo is unreal. And so, you know, there's no one, you know, we're all important. Everyone has a role, everyone has a piece in our puzzle, but Sammy Jo is without a doubt our backbone.
And how important do you think Craig was to really her development over the last couple of years?
Craig has been awesome. Craig, I think Craig is a blessing. I think that to have a good goalkeeper coach is something that's really special. You don't see it a bunch, and when you do, you realize how vital it is to have someone who knows the position, who played the position, who can coach the position. There's a difference there between teaching and just saying, here, I'm going to shoot at you and make some saves. So I think Sammy Jo is a pure athlete, without a doubt, and you can see that from her softball ability and her build and her athleticism and things like that. But Jo, I think has come a long way, having come to Alfred and being exposed to Craig.
Who are some of your other standout players for this year?
I've had a lot of kids step up. I certainly have. Nicole Lover, who is our junior captain, number 8 on my team. She's our leading goal scorer. She's got 6 goals on the season. We have 7 on the season. I'll take a look. But she's been all over the board for us. I started her off as a center midfielder, which was a brand new position for her. She'd always been a center back, at least here at Alfred. I have moved her back to center back. You know, now that we're a little bit further into the conference play, because she's really steady wherever she plays, but she's good for us in the back. And she's scoring goals from the back just like she was doing from midfield. So Nicole has really stepped up and has really pleased me, and is someone who will be really, really vital as we continue to progress. Mariana Krevison, who's a freshman for us, she was the kid who had the 3 goals, the hat trick in our game against the Uville. She's come a long way. We've also done the same with her, where we've started her out as a center midfielder. We've moved her up top as a forward, so she's kind of been all over the field and has adapted pretty well. Coming from high school into the college game isn't easy, and she's kind of picked it up pretty swiftly. So, and then I've got some other kids who've stepped up throughout the season at different points. Patricia Bonahana was very good for us against St. John Fisher. Haley Hammer is a freshman for us who's really been key in certain games. Martha McGrath has done well. We've got Katora Gordon, when she's healthy, is someone who gets to the game pretty well and can organize us and lead us. Jasmine Ramon, who's outstanding in the back for us. We've had a bunch. We really have.